Hey, what's up, guys? How are you doing? So, I wanted to talk about the third party sales for the Switch 2. I'm not surprised. The whole idea about these games, they're old. You can get these games on other platforms, and that's the main thing. The Switch 1 didn't have that much, competitors. Now, you got the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the MSI Claw. It's a whole nother ball game now. The whole idea about these handheld games is to play on the go. I didn't buy the Switch 2 to play it on the go. Personally, I bought the Switch 2 primarily for Switch 1 games. I just like the idea that my Switch 1 games are actually going to perform the way they should have already. um, I think that CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk did so good because they did put the full game on the cartridge. And I'm not trying to be rude to these other YouTubers, but the game key cards is a huge reason why third party sales, in my opinion, is not being so successful. I'm not saying everyone is going to be mad about not having the full game on the cartridge, but I am going to tell you this. Nintendo gamers like having physical. Nintendo was the only company that I thought was going to preserve physical. And even them doing the game key cards, it pushes me towards digital. If you have a game key card and it gets broken, lost, or stolen, you have to rebuy it at the same price that it was. If you buy it digitally, you could re-download it if it got lost, stolen, or broken. You could re-download it. There is such a small, positive thing about these game key cards, and it's only for certain people. I don't know about you, but I don't lend my games to anyone, and I don't like trading in my games. I only trade my games in if I have to. And that's like bills. If bills come up and I have to trade it in, I got to trade it in. And when you trade it in for cash, you get even less than what you would get for trading credit. So my point is, now you're going to be paying the same price for a game key card for the digital game. But yet you still have to provide the storage for each individual game key card. You have to do that with digital games regardless. Sorry, I'll lower my voice. So what is giving me the incentive of buying the game card when it doesn't have the game completely on the cartridge? I have to provide the storage for the game, and storage costs money. And that's another thing. Let's talk about it. Yeah, maybe the third party sales are so bad because of how expensive the Switch 2 is. I don't know about you, but I put $1,000 for 2 Switch 2s. I didn't have more money to get a Pro controller. I had to cancel my Pro controller, my Express SD card 512 gig, just so that I could afford 2 Switch 2s. So I'm sure majority of the people bought the Switch 2 for Mario Kart World. They bought the bundle because that's the smartest thing to do. Buy the bundle and save $30. I just don't get why people don't understand. These game key cards are probably a really big reason why the third party sales were so bad. I don't want to hear, oh, well, if no one buys the game key cards, then they'll just stop putting support on the Switch 2. It's our time to stand up for what we believe in. And I'm telling you this now. Me, right? I'm not buying any game key cards. I don't care what game comes out. I'm pretty sure Elden Ring, right? I'm pretty sure Elden Ring is going to be a game key card. I'm not saying it is. I don't know because it's not out yet. But my point is, CD Projekt Red made sure that not only Cyberpunk, but the DLC was on the cartridge. If CD Projekt Red could do it, these other third-party developers could do it. They're just being greedy. Everyone knows the cost of these cartridges are like $18 to $20 from Nintendo, and it's only a 64 gig cartridge, supposedly. Why would a third-party developer pay $18 to $20 for a cartridge for a 64 gig if their game is only 8 gigs or 12 gigs? It wouldn't make any sense. So you better believe whatever the third-party developers decide to do, even with these game key cards, you're going to be paying more. That's not how it should be. The game key card should be cheaper than the digital. You don't give us any incentive other than trading in and borrowing, lending people my games, which I don't do. I told you I only trade in if I have to, if emergencies come up, like bills for the house or whatever. Anyway, my point is, these game key cards should be cheaper. Now, I will give you this. The only time I would buy a game key card, not me, I'm telling you guys that you should do it, is if it's like in a pawn shop, and it's reduced price. There's no reason to pay for $50 for a game key card when you could buy it digitally for $50 and you still have to provide storage for both. What's the incentive of these game key cards? Nothing. I'm sorry for yelling, but I get excited. I get upset. The only thing that I'm happy about, I believe there are a lot of people that are standing strong and not buying these game key cards to show, hey, we don't like this. We don't want to own nothing and be happy. So we're not buying your game key cards. I'll tell you this right now, okay? And this is coming from a loyal Nintendo customer that has bought every single game system they ever, right? The only reason why I bought Cyberpunk is to support that they actually put the full game on the cartridge. I'm serious. I already had Cyberpunk for Xbox. So if I really wanted to play Cyberpunk, I could play it on the Xbox. Let's talk about that, shall we? I said in another video, basically, oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. Wait a second.